don't fall into the trap of believing that it's difficult and hard and everything to make money nowadays, right? It's never been easier to utilise the technology and be able to build a great network. It's never been easier than it is today. If you look at social media with all of its downfalls and everything that come alongside it psychologically, granted, it also provides a massive opportunity for you to be able to sort of find your tribe online and really connect with people who even 15 years ago you'd never have been able to connect with. I've direct messaged people, very successful people who've got back to me who would never expect to get back to me. I just thought I'd try it, right? And the advice that they gave in just a few sentences would cost decades potentially of time in experience just from that 1-2 sentences that they sent back. So that's just one example there of like how the technology that we've got access to today can catapult you years ahead of potentially where you sort of deserve to be in terms of time and effort, right? The network effect, meaning, like the compounded effect of building a network, that's never been easier to compound and expand as quickly as it is today. And as we move into the digital era, the information age, you'll find that the younger generations, even like secondary school, college, coming out of university, these younger people are going to have the skill sets and be able to leverage technology far better than the older people, the older generations. And the questions that we need to ask ourselves is, how can we utilise these people who are far cleverer and far more adept at this technology than we are? I class myself as like one generation away from that, if you like. Far cleverer than I am. How can I utilise these people? How can I utilise technology to make myself more money and build the dreams that I'm looking to build? No good sitting there complaining and moaning and saying that the world's heading in the wrong direction and all this crap. Well, that's all subjective. To some people that's good, to some people that's bad. Get out there and use the technology to your advantage. Use these younger folks who know a lot more than you and me. And if you are a young person in the world, I'd go, if I look back on my life now, I was a professional sportsman. I'd just go straight into technology, AI. I'd work for startup companies, startup tech, startup AI, to be able to learn how to run a small company between 8 and 10 people. I think I heard Daniel Priestley mention this before in a podcast. He said, rather than starting your own company when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, go and work for somebody who is a startup or a fairly new company, and learn everything within that company. That's why you need to get your feet into a small company rather than a big one, so you can have a look around at see what the bookkeeping department, accountancy, or blah blah blah, marketing, sales, all this. You can have a look at all of that and learn the basics of all of it rather than just being sort of niched into one department. When you start to surround yourself with that type of environment, you sort of levitate, if you like, or gravitate rather to that level of operation. So, and there's never been as many startups in technology as there is today. There's no reason you can't get your feet in the door right now, right? If you're doing that, even it doesn't matter what age you are really, but the younger the better. And if I look at my own life, the opportunity has never been bigger. So I utilise a lot of institutional debt and private funding. There's never been as many people that I've found, and maybe this is just where I'm at on the so-called journey, like with liquid capital ready to invest. But I hear people moaning, saying that nobody's got any money and everything. But when I actually go and speak to people, I build rapport with them, build trust with them, and there's far more capital out there than people let on. Maybe it's a worldview thing, an abundance mindset thing, but that's just the reality that I'm finding out there. And the banking institutions, they're flushed with cash. The amount of bridging companies that I deal with, they're gagging to get money out the door. if it wasn't for such ridiculous bureaucracy and red tape everywhere, we'd be borrowing more than what we do. It's just a load of headache, which is a topic for another day. But so what I'm saying here is that there is no excuse anymore to not make as much cash, at least to cover all your basis points, which is to say your outgoings, your bills, your taxes, and all this stuff. There's no reason you can't be making that in 6 months of hard work and effort just to cover bases. If you're, I don't know, 3-4 grand a month, 5 grand a month, whatever you need, just to cover your bases, that can be done in 6 months of focused effort. With the technology that we've got today, I mean, look at, this is an example, just doing this this small YouTube channel. I drive around in the van, I put my phone on the dashboard and talk about some of the ideas that come into my mind. That's it. I don't expect anything from it. But when people say, what do you do? I'll share it. So when I share some of my property deals, some of my business deals, I'll just say, yeah, have a look at my YouTube channel. Now this takes 10 minutes for a video. It takes me 20 minutes to edit it up and whatever a day. It's nothing. I just do it in my spare time of an evening or something. Anybody can do that. Anybody. It's just an excuse when they say they can't do it. And you never know where these things lead. I know people who've actively said, they've messaged me and said, I like what you're doing, I like how you see the world, blah, 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 let's do business. Now anybody can do that. That's an abundant worldview thing. You don't know where opportunities are going to lead, but you have to put one foot in front of the other and start moving. You have to start moving, because people plan and strategize and all that, which is important, be part of the process to sort of create a map for yourself. But you have to take the bull by the horns and actually pull the trigger and start moving, because opportunities then start opening up to you. But they don't if you don't move anywhere, you know. And as they say, fortune favours the brave. Get out there, have courage, believe in yourself, believe in other people as well. I struggle with that sometimes. Not in that I don't believe in them, it's that I don't trust other people to sort of stick to their word, to say what they're going to do, to the degree that I do. So that's something that I have to sort of work on as well, but also, you know, take a look at that in your life. Yeah, there's never been a bigger opportunity as there is today, regardless of what you might read online, regardless of all the negativity that you might see from the television screen or, you know, social media or anything like that. Access to capital is huge. Technology is exponential. It's growing every single day. If you're a young person, look into technology and AI, because that's the future, right? That's where we're going. Yeah, hope you got something from that.